What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the after party segment of the Baseball Junkies podcast, where we tell it like it is. We say what's really on our chest and our minds, and no filters are included. So, if you came into the chat, you'll notice I've got two items pinned in the chat. One of them we'll talk about a little bit later, but the other one is I put up a poll, and the poll basically just states, was Adrian justified in her actions with the buyer? What are your thoughts? And the options that I put on there are I would have done the same thing. It was irresponsible of Adrian, completely immature, or I would have went a different route. And as of right now, after 6 votes, the majority is basically saying I would have went the same route Adrian did.
I was angry. I was angry. I'm going to wait for a couple people to come in here. I feel like the people that are in here already were in the podcast. They know the story.
Yep, they know the deal.
Callie and Jordan came in. He thinks I'm justified. So that the day it happened, I was heated, but like throughout the week when you have time to think about it, I was like, dang, I just shouldn't have responded at all. But
it's kind of like remorseful buying, right?
Kind of. My thought, but at the time it happened, it's like, I don't want this guy to screw anybody over.
Right.
Like, I don't know. And like the whole interaction with him was just so exhausting, like eye rolling exhausting. Like, really, dude? Like $5 on shipping? You take 3 days to pay because you're out of town? Like, it doesn't make any sense, man. Okay, and then all of that, I never said anything when that. But then when he was like asking for a refund, I'm like, I just feel like this guy had like 3,000 reviews and stuff on his thing. Like, if you legitimately were just trying to go through the insurance thing with eBay, why wouldn't you why wouldn't he have messaged me and said, hey, I want you to know this is coming up as a refund, not on you. Something happened with the post office. This is the route I have to take. Like, instead, I don't know, just all the douchebag things. Sent me a letter on how I should package it, or a note on how to package it. And then I just feel like if you were legitimately in the hobby, I wouldn't. Oh, I've got 20,000 followers.
And see, that's the point I don't understand. Why are you trying to have, basically, for a lack of better terms, a dick measuring contest with me? Number one, I'm not a male, for one. Number two, who cares how big your following is, allegedly? This has nothing to do with followers or platforms. This has to do with the transaction from one person to another, okay? And initially, you went about everything to the T, by the book. He wanted you to deviate from policy. I mean,
oh yeah.
And at the end, in his mind, I was actually thinking about the situation myself, and the conclusion that I came up with is he actually tried to pull a fast one.
I think that's what he's trying to do. Yeah, people in the chat are saying smells like he wanted a free card and he's a douchebag. Thank you. I appreciate you guys' support. I do wish he would, like, if he was legit or something or anything, I wish he would have reached out. But I told him in the comments, I'm like, I 100% know you're not going to contact me. I'll never hear from you again. Because he's like, oh, when I get a letter from the post office, I'll be sure to send you a picture of it. And I'm like,
yeah. But real quick, though, let me just go ahead and give quick shout outs to Dom, ripping for rookies, Jeremy from 2011 Cards fan. We got Callie and Jordan squad here. We got Chuck Dupree. We have Alan Forrest. We got Victor Negron Cards, Xavier, Callie and Jordan squad. I think I mentioned you already. We got Kenny Weaver. Who else we got up in here? We got Don't Talk to Robots. And we got Titus from God is Great. Appreciate you folks coming in.
I appreciate your guys' comments too. Smells like an asshole. I love it. Yeah, I do. I feel like he was trying to get a free card. And so I went to his page and I was looking at what he was selling, and this is awful, but like everything he had was he had nice cards. He's got nice cards in his store, but everything was graded by Beckett.
Mm-hmm.
And he's taking the pictures and he's holding the cards in his hands so I can see his hands. And I'm like, this is a guy that's been in the hobby for like, this is like the cranky old man in the dusty hobby shop doing the old school thing. Now there's nothing wrong with grading with Beckett. I'm just saying, like, it's majority of your card, it just seems like old school, and the way his comments, just grumpy old man. So probably, I don't know.
Yeah.
It was just so weird. It was so weird. Like $5 in shipping. How did he get those? I don't know. Yeah, I'm wondering. I mean, if he ends up getting a refund, it's like that's a nice card to get for free. And it makes me wonder, like, how, like, if it shows like they had to be signed for and it was put in a partial locker and stuff like that. It was just crazy.
I mean, okay, so I don't normally sell on eBay. Shit, I don't really sell periodically or whatever. But how does it work as far as a signature authorization if the address is actually a PO box?
So recently, I had something might have been Tag Grading or SGC, where I have it shipped to my post office box. And when I got there, I opened up my post office box and there's a letter in there and I got to go wait in line and I had to sign for it before they gave it to me.
Okay. So they do actually put something in there requiring your signature.
Yeah, that's what I had to do. Okay. And Longball Cards made a good thing. Like maybe it's a lost in generational, lost in translation. It could very well be. That's why I was like kind of feeling bad afterwards. But I don't know. Then he started doing like the puff up chest thing. Like I got 20K followers and look, buddy, and you're big behind your keyboard. I'm like, whoa, dude, I'm just some 40-year-old guy. I don't want to fight with you. Like, yeah. I'm just letting you know that I think you're a douche or a clown is what I use.
Pretty much.
So I don't know.
So let's take a look at this poll real quick because I'm going to keep it up at least until the 30-minute mark. All right, so we've got 67% who would have said they would have did the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
We've got 8% who said that it was irresponsible on your part. And then 25% saying that they would have taken a different route.
That's cool. I want to hear everybody. I should have, I really believe I should have just not said anything at all. Just sent the tracking info to eBay and just let it roll. But I didn't, caught me at a bad moment and I just let them have it and we'll see how it goes.
My personal opinion, you dealt with it nicely. And I say that because me being pretty much diagnosed with being bipolar, I would have went from 0 to life in prison, just dealing with that situation.
And I'm wondering, I'm just looking through the comments and I'm just, what other route would you have gone or what different thing would you have done? I totally respect like your opinion and everything because people voted that, but nobody's saying that in the comments.
For those who chose option C, what route would you have taken? You know, this could probably be something that we consider doing maybe in the future if it ever showed its face again.
I think, dude, God is great just said they thought what I did was correct.
There you go.
I mean, what else do I need?
God don't like ugly.
But I do wonder if there's people watching right now, which is cool, that aren't commenting. They're just, that's cool. Respect. I got you. I would be scared of me too.
I mean, for those, look, I don't want to put you guys on the spot. For those of you who voted that it was irresponsible and immature of Adrian, let us know why you think so. You know, I mean,
100%.
We're all a bunch of adults. Okay. We all make mistakes. Some may tend to think that it's not a mistake. They would have probably stepped it up, or Adrian, you know, she didn't kick it up a notch or whatever. I mean, let us know what led you to vote the way you did.
Yeah. Doug, he said I would have ghosted him. I should have done that. I really, he's like, I'm adverse to conflict. And
well, unlike you, Doug, I thrive off of it.
Most of the time I am.
I actually, get my rocks off. I have to actually I average at least one argument a day. And I do it purposefully.
Dom would have sent him a bunch of Clemens cards.
Return to sender, Dom. That's the worst that could happen.
If you guys don't
Callie is
follow
saying
me,
no way you could have amped it up.
I want to put his name in the chat right now, his eBay name, so you guys can block him. If you guys want that, let me know. It's on my Instagram. Some of you don't go on the Instagram, and then some of you don't do eBay, so I won't put it in there if y'all don't want it. But tell him
that
bite
he doesn't
me.
like to argue, but tell him to bite me.
Yes. Oh man.
I mean, we all, you know what? How I look at it is we all have different, unique personalities. We all deal with issues differently.
Mm-hmm.
Some tend to take the less preferred approach, okay? And others, they try to do a wham bam, thank you, ma'am, as peaceful as possible, which I can understand, but at the same time, I was always taught, and I'm still being taught this today by my other half, you cannot determine expression or tone via text, if you will. Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, it could be perceived so many different ways, and depending on how you receive it and how you interpret it will depend on that will force you to make a decision on how you're going to respond to it. Like me, for example, if I was to be told in the chat right now, in Fuego, you're an asshole, I'm going to take that as a compliment, to be quite honest, because I know everybody here pretty much for the most part. But if it was just some random nobody and his never seen him before, yeah, in Fuego, you're an asshole, I'm going for the jugular.
So I'm reading Alan's and Victor. Yeah, my eBay block list. Oh, there was something me and Mr. Fuego were talking about just before we came on. If he legitimately didn't get the card, when you and eBay's like, hey, you got to go this route, totally cool. Wouldn't you message the person you bought from, like, hey, just so you know, this isn't on you, but I didn't receive the card and this is the route eBay wanted me to take, so I'm not really trying to get a refund from you, to give a person a heads up? Because when that person does that, when he asks for a $1,200 refund, it puts a hold on my funds until it's resolved, which in my, no big deal for me, because I had done all the right things. But that's, why wouldn't you message and say, hey, this or that? I just common courtesy. Nobody does common courtesy. There's a lot of people that don't do common courtesy anymore. I don't even know why.
How I handle eBay transactions, because I buy a lot on eBay, I'm a Nazi on eBay. If I make a purchase on something, and a day or two goes by and I haven't seen a tracking number posted yet or whatever, I'm going to shoot a message to the seller. Hey, you plan on putting out that tracking number? And when that person does, and I notice a day or two later, it's still, hasn't been accepted yet. Hey man, can you follow up with the post office to see what's going on? Why is it taking so long for it to be accepted? I like to actually deal with the person individually rather than getting a third party involved, because if I feel that if I've exhausted all means of trying to communicate with this person and I'm just not getting nowhere, then I'm gonna go ahead and get eBay involved. You know? But
and I've had that. So my thing with, I sell a lot on eBay, and 24 hours or less, there is going to be a tracking number uploaded. Now, sometimes my post office is slow with the whole, I'll drop it off there. I won't wait in line and get a receipt, but they're slow at scanning it. And if somebody messaged me, I just let them know that, like, hey, sometimes they're slow. It'll be up. I dropped it off, and I have my other friend, Katie, the Giants collector. She takes pictures or video of her dropping it off at the post office or in the drop, like with the track, you can see the tracking and everything to like what you got to do this day, because
Random Rip said that his local UPS is terrible, that they constantly deliver to the wrong address, and that's how him and his neighbor got so acquainted with each other.
Yeah. And I also seeing Doug had an issue where he didn't get a card. Reach out to the seller and let him know. And UPS, nothing, but it turned out they delivered it to the wrong house. I know that happens a lot. I stopped doing the whole envelope thing with eBay, so you can get tracking on an envelope for like $1 and $1.25, something like that. My post office doesn't scan that stuff. Some post offices don't scan those, and a lot of those cards were going up missing all the time, and I'd have to refund. So I just stopped doing it. So I know I'm not making as many sales, but because if you buy a card from me, even if it's $1 card, it's getting another $3, $4, $5 because it's getting the tracking with it.
Right.
And I always try to make it up to people by adding extra cards in there. I've done that forever, but
yeah,
God.
definitely.
Let's see.
Don, that sounds like a personal problem. He's always buying off of eBay. And he's got about 50 unaccounted for packages unopened. Don't know what's in them.
Yeah, and I can see that happening, but I think Dom is like, he knows that's on him. Like that, and I don't know.
I mean, Dom, he spends too much time on the rugby field, so that would probably play a huge part in it. It's either that or harassing Diamond about Pop-Tarts. I don't know.
Yeah, NB Collectibles, yes, they did sign for the package. That's why it's like no question about it.
Yeah, hey, real quick, there's 22 of y'all watching. Can y'all hit that like button for me, please?
Yeah, please.
I don't ask for much.
Mr. Fuego out. He's trying to get his watch hours up. He wants to get the YouTube email soon.
Yeah, I'm trying to get that at least by the end of the year. I mean, I don't foresee it happening, but I like to get close to it.
How many hours are you at now?
As of right now, 784.
Okay. I don't know what they changed. I think they changed the watch hours because I didn't have enough. I wasn't expecting the email. I'm going to go in there, see if it'll show it to me still.
But okay, so an update to the polls. 61% are in favor of what you did. 6% are opposed to it, and 33 are saying they would have went a different route. Okay.
Yeah. I know some people
appreciate the honesty.
Yeah, I do. I know. A lot of you, I feel like the different route was to not say anything at all, which I think I should have just done that to save myself the pain of being annoyed by it. But I just, like I said, caught me on a bad moment, and I felt like letting him have it. So, what are you gonna do?
Hey, it happens. But
what's up,
so
Jays?
I
was saying hi to Jays in the chat. He just showed up.
Oh, Jay's my compadre's up in here. What's up? And he brought out the hammer. Paying That's our thing. To a league of her own. There you go. All right. So I was going to mention this at the 30-minute mark, but I'm going to go ahead and do it now. So I've got a pinned comment because I watched the video today from Market Movers, and the topic that Teapot, first off, it blew my mind, and Adrian actually gave me kind of like some food for thought. So I've been watching Sports Card Investor / Market Movers for as long as they've been around. Okay. And it's very rare that they have a topic or a video, anything baseball related, unless it's top 5. Okay. Now, since I had that little heart-to-heart come to Jesus discussion with Teapot, I've been noticing that they started pushing out a lot of more baseball content. Like today, Teapot's video basically went over his top 5 favorite products of the hobby. So my comment in the pin comment up top is for everybody that's in the chat, what are your top 5 baseball products that you've enjoyed in your collecting career? Go ahead and drop them down below.
I want to know in the chats too how many people knew that Teapot collects Stadium Club cards. Because I didn't know that.
Like, I know for me, honestly, I do love Stadium Club.
Mm-hmm.
I do like Inception. I like Chrome Black.
Ooh.
And I mean, and I throw Chrome Black in there because anything looks good with black.
It does. I want to say a quick hi to Center Hill Cards. What's up, Maka?
Oh,
what's up,
Maka?
Alan? And I want to also throw out that Inception is one of my top 5 cards that I hate. I hate that set.
Why is that?
I don't find.
You're
I don't
the first
think
person I've ever known who despises it.
Inception.
Yeah.
Oh. Hold that thought.
Okay.
Because I found one this week, and I was just. Did I give it to somebody? Shoot.
Okay, so
I'm not a fan of Inception.
So what I'm seeing here is Stadium Club. I'm seeing Chrome. I'm seeing Sapphire. I'm seeing Flagship. Gypsy Queen. I'm seeing Holiday. Allen and Ginter. What else we got here? Heritage is a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alan Forrest said he can't stand Crapstone. I don't blame you.
Oh yeah, Capstone. And there was a couple of nice ones. Okay, here we go. This is one of your favorite sets right here.
I mean, okay. Here's my justification for liking it. One, it's not on cheap stock.
True.
Number 2, the vibrancy of the colors stands out.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, with Inception, you're almost guaranteed to have at a minimum an above average checklist. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, you're likely to get at least one card that, if you happen to be an investor, that you could actually pull and get a return on investment. Not saying you're going to get something astronomical, but you'll make something back if you decided to flip it.
On Inception. Okay. I respectfully disagree with you.
Okay.
I think this set every year is just a little. I'm not into the artwork. I'm not into it. It's I'm not really into Topps Fire though either. I know a lot of people like Topps Fire now. The inserts and stuff, cool. Some of the autos with the patches in Inception, cool. This I see this and I'm not into it. It's too
okay. But what are your reasons though? You're telling me you don't like it, but why you don't like it?
I don't think it's a nice looking card.
Okay.
I think the images on it are just a little bit. I don't know if cartoony is the right word I want to use, or
they look a little animated.
It's not an attractive looking card to me. I especially it does have the thicker cardstock, which is nice, but the set's a little bit, so it makes the set a little bit more expensive. And I just the cards are not appealing to me.
Okay,
my personal opinion. But people like, I'm not a big fan of Topps Fire either. That look doesn't look that great to me. There are some years that are better than others, but for the most part, it's just I don't know. The cards are not attractive to me. Love me some Topps Chrome. I know people are talking about Bowman and things of that. I like Doug's list. His Archives is number 1, Bowman number 2, Flagship number 3, A&G number 4, Pro Debut, and somebody else put Heritage Miners. Those are nice looking sets.
Doug gives a nice little breakdown for Bowman, why he likes it. You get stars, you get rookies, prospects, chrome cards, and cool inserts.
I'm reading Dom's thing. Panini can eat a dick, but I would enjoy noir baseball.
Well, no, he's saying Topps can eat a dick too.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's great. Let's see.
But I guess we can all, for the most part, most of us are in agreement. Panini can suck a fat baby dick, maybe.
Yeah. The only thing I really liked from Panini, like in Donruss Optic, was the rated rookies, the old school rated rookie thing. Those look nice. But for the most part, especially, oh man, for me personally, I know some people like it and I make them mad, but I hate Donruss this year.
Donruss was absolute garbage this year. It was garbage.
Yeah. So, and I know there's some people that like it, and I'm sorry. And there was a couple of inserts that I saw that look cool, but I am not. No.
And especially the fact, since they lost the license of active players, that just made the product that much worse.
I just can't with it.
I mean, I don't know.
Thank you, Alan nailed it right there. That's what's great about the hobby. We have the choice to what products we love and desire. Yes, we always say you do.
I wholeheartedly agree.
Yes.
You know, but it's sad to see that you've got these industry hobbyists. They pick and choose what product commands the highest premium and use that to break. Like, I know we mentioned in the podcast that Adrian stated that there might be some videos of this Topps T206 coming out. I personally don't think it will come out on YouTube as much, because it really doesn't hold any value in these breakers' minds. You know, now if we're talking about an actual T206 set, different story. But
yeah,
that's not the case with what we got going on now.
Yeah, Maka likes Topps black chrome. Topps black chrome is a very nice.
I do set. Like chrome black. Yeah. Yep.
I like Topps Finest that just came out, and I always love Bowman's Best. Is usually a really good set I enjoy every year. Shoot, I know you don't really like any, but you don't like unlicensed pretty much at all. I feel like you're really I've gotten a couple of unlicensed things, especially like older, not crazy older, but like some of the National Treasures. And do I have one up here? I probably have it stashed away.
I mean, Dom said it pretty much, that the rated rookie logo is iconic in the hobby. But you know what, though? It's going to take more than an iconic logo to get me to fully invest in an unlicensed product, because in my opinion, the lack of licensure deviates from the card itself.
Yeah.
Because if you look at Topps products, each team, each player, the colors of their uniforms are in they corroborate with the team. Okay. For example, let's take the Oakland A's, for example. You will almost always see them with some sort of green on their uniform. If you take a Panini product, when have you seen the Oakland A's wearing a black uniform?
It's been a little bit.
It's been a little bit. I mean, maybe the person that's inside the uniform is black, but the uniform itself, no, not so much. What's going on, Diamond?
What's up, Diamond?
Alan, how you doing?
Ooh, I do have this immaculate. This is the one I traded for. This is the immaculate.
That's nice.
So it's nice, but it is unlicensed. I have my Bo Bichette one somewhere. Probably.
I mean, when I went to the LCS last week, when I picked up that Trout, I did see an immaculate bat knob auto of Aaron Judge. I did not pick it up.
Crazy. I know. That's crazy. Here we go. Flawless. My Bobo there now. I like that card. No,
Yeah,
no.
okay. See,
So just a little
that
bit.
particular product makes sense because we
Yeah.
know the Jays uniforms has blue in it. Now it would be weird to see him in some sort of red uniform or green, if you will.
Oh, Boba Fett.
Yeah.
All right. The red uniform makes sense, just so you know, because they do have the Canada Day. They do have the solid red. I've got cards of him in that green. Yeah, that wouldn't make any. That'd be. Yeah, that'd be different. But so I need see people see when Dawn a couple years ago, like especially when Dawners came out. I love they had the coolest inserts, the Marvels, the Bomb Squads, stuff
The
like
hot
that.
sauce.
So it was still so much fun to open and things like that. But oh yeah, the hot sauce and mosaic. Yeah.
I personally think Panini is trying to take because all these variations are sought after in regards to football and basketball. Okay. I mean, we see it every day. These types of cards in those sports, they're looking 4 figures, sometimes maybe 5. You be lucky if you could get 3 figures for a baseball uniform. Because a lot of baseball hobbyists are looking for cards to flip with a license. The downtowns, yep, that's another one. I mean,
oh yeah, downtowns, yeah.
I mean, the home field advantages, I would kind of say they kind of replicate the downtowns, if you will, or even the kabooms. My opinion, the kabooms are ugly for baseball. Now, the home field advantage is I can roll with. I actually like how they are designed.
Yeah, the home field advantages are cool. They did that to kind of compete with the downtowns, which is cool. They're fun. They're fun. I don't feel like Topps has made anything really that competes with kabooms.
No.
Yet.
I mean, hell, the stained glass for baseball don't even look that great.
No. They're cool. They're cool. I definitely, but I see what you're saying. I haven't seen anybody pull yet. They've got those hidden gems that are sprinkled throughout Topps products this year. Those are cool looking cards. That Let's Go in Topps Finest that we just saw. Those are some nice looking cards. Yeah. Ooh, grade worthy whammy, a case hit just does not make sense.
Jeremy said that the Enfuego inserts are really cool. Yeah, I do like those. I gave Topps the okay. I mean, I gave Panini the okay for those.
The whammy cards remind me of these cards here.
Oh yeah,
Score. I feel like that's kind of what they were mixing into, like the whole big head, like character.
I look at
kind
those
of
at the old school NBA Jam video game.
Yes. Oh my god, I used to love that game. Boom shakalaka.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man. So let me see what else we got here.
MLB Honeycomb or Genesis. See, they're getting you with that because those things are short printed. I get it. Like they're short printed, so you're like, oh, cool. But mosaic and stuff, they do look nice, but the Honeycomb and the Genesis in baseball is a little overhyped. I like the Lava Flow. That's a super short print. Oh, and the Color Blasts.
I mean, this may be petty. Nice. I don't even like the number structure that they came up with. You know, you get a red out of 249. Why not 248? Yeah. Why not 250?
Yeah.
I mean, come on now.
They do weird stuff like that with their first off the line and stuff like that, which whatever. I don't whatever.
It just really doesn't make no sense.
Yeah.
My brother's in the chat saying Color Blast are sick.
Yeah.
Well, hey, if that's what you're into, do you, boo boo?
I do like the Color Blast. Some of them look good. I actually think the Color Blast look better than the Kabooms.
I mean, anything looks better than the Kaboom. Hell, Big League looks better than Kaboom.
I think
What is it? The 8-bit ball, the 8-bit ballers.
Those are fun. Do I still have that sitting here? I don't have it sitting here anymore. Do I? Nope.
Manny, you could try to come over and raid my stash. Just remember, I've got 3 friends here, and they each have 15 friends apiece.
So who are you talking about here?
Talking about my brother. He's talking about he's coming to the house to raid my stuff.
Oh, got it. Here we go.
Like, look, there you go.
These are fun.
I look at the 8-bit ballers, and the first thing that comes to my mind is I remember when I had an Atari 2600.
The good old days. Alan calls them
cook crap. Adley 8-bit.
Oh man. Yeah, that
hey, Longbow, that was a sick break that you held this afternoon, man. I saw that world's finest Soto auto that you pulled.
Oh yeah, Longbow, that was sick. Yes,
Alan, I do spend a lot of time in jail, but I do have the option of leaving though.
It would be cool.
I'm looking to see how I'm curious to see how Topps Chrome is actually going to come out. What their is retail going to be the way to go again this with this product, or are we going to have to go with the hobby jumbo route? I don't know.
Yeah. You had a good G.I. Joe collection?
Oh man, yeah, I did. I mean, awesome. Shit, we're talking 30 years ago.
I am loving the fact that your brother's here right now. What's up, brother?
Hey, Manny.
What else?
Keep it PG-13, okay? That's all I'm asking.
Why? What did you do with your G.I. Joes?
No. It's more to it than with the G.I. Joes.
Copy that.
Topps Chrome needs to work on quality first. Yep, I definitely agree.
Let's hope they do that this year. I don't know if you guys watched Sports Card Radio and Dan the Man this week, and those cards that there's like Topps Chrome cards already like came up on, was it Reddit or something like that? Basically cards that got backdoored by some college kids, and like,
oh yeah,
they're like cards that were supposed to be autographed, and they're like putting fake autograph. It was crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the only time what I enjoy most about Sports Card Radio is the roasting sessions of all these other damn breakers and industry enthusiasts.
I love that stuff. I feel like all of us should be watching that stuff to make sure that we don't get screwed over by these people, like the people that they're calling out, or that
but at the same time, in a way and to a certain degree, Sports Card Radio tends to be a little bit hypocritical.
I have seen them be hypocritical on some things sometimes.
Yeah.
100%. I remember like recently they were like, oh, where was everybody when the Casey Schmidt and Ellie, like, why weren't they telling you to buy these Chrome first cards? And I'm like, and a couple weeks ago, weeks prior to that, they're making fun. They're like, why are you guys buying 16, 17-year-old, spending all this money on that?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, you know who was big on that? Vegas Dave.
Yeah.
He was like, why are y'all, Julio Rodriguez is not something to invest in.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe now, maybe. I'm not, and I'm trying to be very unbiased here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's not having the season like he did in 22, but I mean, hell, Bryce Harper started off on a rocky start, and look where he's at now.
Mm-hmm.
Who's to say 5 years from now, this kid blows up? Now, Mike Trout, he's a different breed. He's been consistently putting up some ridiculous numbers from the beginning of his career until just recently, where he started catching owies and boo-boos. And that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Maka saying Vegas Dave said, buy all the Derek cards. Now look, yeah.
Yep.
I mean, we brought it up in the podcast a couple of weeks ago, where we mentioned that there was a documentary on YouTube. It was called The Story of the Card, and everybody was saying that. Well, no, Vegas Dave was saying that the hobby was resurrected because of him. I mean, how true is that statement? Me personally, I doubt it seriously, because I mean, what may work for you may not necessarily work for the next man.
Oh man, the I think this whole sports card thing was like this whole mesh of like a perfect storm kind of thing. We all were stuck in our houses because of COVID.
Yeah,
we're all 30s and 40s going back to our childhood stuff that we enjoyed. This is something you can do at home, and all these YouTube channels. It was like a perfect storm of things. So I don't know.
I mean,
whatever.
And I could be wrong. I would think, depending on what part of the country you in, the sought after player would vary based off of where you live. Like, for example, if you're in the Northeast, okay, I would assume your chasers would be Aaron Judge. It would be who else? Who else is up there? Schwarber and all those guys up there.
So hold tight real quick, because Maka was like, Vegas Dave came up on sports betting, not sports card hobby. So partially true, Maka. He was the whole sports card betting thing, but he did. And the name of the movie is called Behind the Card. It originally came up on Hulu, I think, or whatever. But you can watch the whole thing for free on YouTube now. Behind the Card. Okay,
Yep,
and he's all up on that, and he does say on there that he brought the sports card hobby because he couldn't go back to sports betting because he was banned. He had to. This was his way to get back in the sport and stuff like that. So this is actually, and I would check this out. There's a lot of laughable moments in it.
Yeah, definitely,
including the golden. What's the one on Netflix with golden, the Golden Touch or something like that?
something like that.
I mean,
that is one person. I don't even know what to think about Jeff Golden. I really don't.
Ken Golden?
Ken Golden, yeah.
Yeah.
I took Jeff
Ken
Wilson
Golden and Jeff
him.
Wilson, yeah. Let me see what that, because I have something to say about that as well.
But definitely, Maka, team players sell higher in their respective states. So yeah, Mike Trout is very sought after on the West Coast.
Okay. King of collectibles, the Golden Touch. It was a fun little thing to watch on Netflix, a few episodes or whatever. But I do love how they were going there. The whole thing is like they're talking about the logo man card, the triple logo man, LeBron, and they're making this whole big thing about it because it is, it did sell for 2.8. But if y'all remember when it was happening, he was pumping that thing up and talking about it being a $5 million card. Ain't no mention of that. They don't talk about that in that documentary. They left that out, which, whatever. I don't care. Like, let's be real. We ain't got that kind of money. They don't waste their time with people like.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
Me.
I mean, Allen even said it too, that there used to be a point in time where players you can only get. There was only certain players that you can get based off the region that you lived in.
True. Yeah, thank you guys for posting that stuff in the comments. Like Behind the Card, I definitely watched both of them because a lot of you guys have been here since, in the card game since all this stuff went down. You kind of remember, like going back and seeing how they're putting that like wording stuff in those documentaries. You're like, okay, cool, making yourself look good for the thing. That's whatever.
Like for Pennsylvania, Mike pretty much dropped the dime on it. In Pennsylvania, Hans Kraus is that chaser. Well, maybe in his household.
Mike's gonna be mad at you for that.
I mean, and you don't see often a lot of these real high-end products being broken into, like luminaries or what's another high one?
Definitive, Diamond Icons.
Well, Diamond Icons ain't all that expensive because you ended up walking away with one.
That's aftermarket on eBay, the way you're supposed to buy the stuff. People like you and I buy that stuff that way.
Yeah, I think the player's college hometown area and pro state will profit. Oh, yeah, I mean, that's a possibility.
Check this out, guys. My Diamond Icons out of 25, Ricky Henderson, that Mr. Enfuego gifted me. Look at this. Woo! This one. And this one. Woo! My PSA 4 that Claire and Big Chief got for me.
Look at that.
Freaking A, dude. Two of my most favorite cards in my collection. I didn't even buy myself. It was gifted to me, people in the hobby. That's why I love this hobby, dude.
And that's one thing that I'm a firm believer of. If you have a PC player, at a very minimum, you have to have that person's rookie card. Hey, Random Rips, got a question for you. Would you prefer Ricky on the West Coast or in pinstripes?
It's a stupid question.
I agree, Alan.
Everybody is going to say Oakland, baby. That's where all the greatness happened.
Okay, so Doug just put in a plug for the National. You can see or pick up things you don't see online. Found a lot of oddball stuff last time. I love oddball stuff.
That's cool. That's cool. Are you going this year, Doug?
Doug said Mariners, Ricky.
Fair. That's fair.
But yeah, you are right though. In the National, you will see those unicorn cars that have not been exposed at all in the general public. Like I told Maddie, I asked Maddie if he can do me a favor, and if he happens to run across the platinum bordered black gold Julio Rodriguez, to take a picture of it for me with the price tag so I can see what is being asked for.
I got you with those black golds, man.
Dom said, no one asked, but since Ricky is my favorite all-time player, Ricky on the Mets. Saw him at Shea Stadium 20 times.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
I like him better in pinstripes.
Random Rip said he collects Nolan Ryan and no way he can afford that rookie. Hey, man, you never know, man. Someday, shoot. In a PSA 1 maybe or something like that. That's what I thought I was going to do with.
Hell, even an authentic.
Yeah, who cares as long as you have that card. That's Nolan Ryan's probably my favorite all-time pitcher, dude, because he was just so tough, so badass.
Like, I know recently I've sent Adrian a shitload of Alex Rodriguez cards for slabbing. I don't give a shit what grade they come back. Like, all the 10s and 9s that have come back, I was genuinely surprised. Because we're talking about cards that are minimum 20 years old.
Ooh.
And they're bringing up those grades.
Random Red says he wants at least a 9. All right, that's fair. I can see where that could be out of budget.
Yeah.
Doug, I'm hoping
strange for some change.
I'm hoping, Doug, I hope you're gonna post some videos and all kinds of, some content when you're at the National, man. That'll be cool.
Doug, are you sporting the hot dog costume at the National?
But my main PC is Bo Jackson. I have multiples of his rookie, except my Grail, the Tiffany 86 Ops. That's cool. That's cool.
There you go. Tiffany was a high sought after product.
Yeah, that is cool. I think I have a Jose Canseco Tiffany card.
Alex is asking if you have any prices on your website.
I don't have a personal website. I don't. If you're talking about the baseball,
eBay.
My eBay though, there's not a whole lot on eBay. I sell a lot on when I do personal sales at Silco every Wednesday on my channel. just to try to give you guys the best deals for slabs. Wait.
Okay, so Doug said that, yup, they're gonna be meeting up with a bunch of other YouTubers at the Cubs game. Hey, don't forget, if y'all looking to get those tickets, use my code Enfuego on SeatGeek and knock off $20. Get you half a hot dog and a straw.
Yeah. For slabs, like slabs that I sell. Jays, is that what you're talking about? I usually sell them on the Silco thing, and sometimes, and then some on eBay as well. My eBay.
Alex, just so you know, Adrian tends to, and I hate speaking for her because she's right here, but from what I've seen, she'll take what's being comped on eBay and actually knock off about 10% off of her Silco prices.
Mm-hmm.
And hell, there's been times where she sold slabs, starting off at dollar auctions. Mm-hmm. So it all depends.
I try to do real good deal. Like, and then Matty Ice recently, I had that Seiya Suzuki Chrome PSA 9, the rookie debut one. I sold him that for $10.
I mean, look at that.
Well, he PCs it. They're not, I don't think they go. I mean, I sold him that $10 shipped, I believe. I know he put it on a show. Anyways, I try to help everybody out. Your sales are done. Dom's saying, Adrian, your sales are awesome. Look forward to them every week. Started scheduling myself into a fake meeting each Wednesday. I freaking love Dom.
That is awesome, Dom.
I try to, I'm not, because like I'm not trying to like make all crazy money on this. I'm trying to enjoy this hobby with all of you.
What's up, Maiden?
See you later, Maka. Thanks for hanging out.
Later, Maka. Got about another 10 minutes of airtime before we disperse and go do bigger things.
And hey, Jay, what is Jay's real first name? Is it
Alex.
Anthony? Alex. If you message me on Instagram and stuff, if you're interested in something or you want to see something, like message me and we can work something out that way. Thank you, Diamond. I know, fake meeting. Diamond, it's a real meeting to buy cards.
Look in the mirror real quick. You may have some brown stuff on your nose.
Wow, that's mean.
No, that's just being realistic. That's just me. Anything less would be uncivilized.
Diamond sent me this week because of the bat from last week.
I remember Big League Chew as a kid.
Yeah. See, it's like, this is not real Big League Chew, though, I don't think. Should I open this? Yeah, it says they're gumballs. I don't want the shredded stuff like Chew.
So Alan is asking, have you done much vintage with PSA?
I haven't, but I just actually sent some vintage cards to SGC this week. So I'm looking forward to showing that. Hey, that's a lie. That's a bold-faced lie. Hold on. My dad's cards. He only had a few cards. And so when I was getting back into it, I sent them in to save them. And when I went to give them back to my dad, he told me to hang on to them for him. So now I just sent these in to get them slabbed. Because, like I said, I know they weren't in great condition, but
That's right. Alan is saying that he's got a vintage sub that's been in PSA since March.
Oh, wow.
That is insane.
That is insane.
I mean, I do plan on stepping Adrian's game up here later on. Like, I do plan on giving her some raw T206s to send for grading.
I did send a 1919 Allen and Ginter card in for a friend one time. Gosh, I can't remember the name. But anyways, I've sent a little bit. And it did not take that long, Ellen. I don't know how many you have. It's been in assembly for over a month. Weird. That happens every once in a while with certain orders. They definitely send different stuff to different graders. There's got to be vintage graders and
Probably
stuff like that. That's my
some of the more
guess.
senior graders at PSA.
Ooh, I need to watch. I have seen that come up on Netflix, long ball cards, but I've never watched it, and I need to watch it. Kurt Russell's dad. Okay, that's cool. Nice.
So Big League Chew, so Long Ball is saying Big League Chew reminded him, if you haven't seen it, The Battered Bastards of Baseball on Netflix. It's worth a look. Good documentary about an independent team started by Kurt Russell's dad. Okay. I'm gonna have to check that out.
An echo in here. Just teasing. I'm opening up this Big League Chew. Yeah, see. It's just little.
A little smidge.
This is not Big League Chew. I want the shredded, like pretending that I'm chewing tobacco kind of Big League Chew.
What's up, Maddie? Hey, Maddie, have you invested in a hot dog suit yet?
This gum is delicious and fresh.
All you're doing is stacking sugar on sugar.
I'm gonna go run some laps after this.
Oh man,
I agree, Card Hobbyist. 100%.
Big League Chew, yup, loses flavor in under 5 minutes. That was the best part of it.
Mm-hmm.
That just means you need to put more in your mouth.
You had original and you had grape. That's it.
All right, so one last look at this little poll thing that I did. Okay, so 68% would have did what you did. 4% said shame on you, and 28% would have said I would have did something different. Okay, and that's after 25 votes.
I bet you one person came in here.
I'm not gonna mention Diamond, but somebody would have been like, I would have went a different route. I would have offered a hug, maybe a gift card. Maida said that he had grape yesterday.
Awesome. Y'all don't remember the grape flavored?
Yeah.
Big League Chew? It was delicious.
It was.
Everybody's saying
all of 2 minutes of it.
Yep. You just got knifed by Diamond. Dude, I used to love Fruit Stripes too. But yeah, like 2 seconds. They just get you with the colors. The Fruit Stripe gum.
Diamond don't like grape. That's beneath her.
She doesn't like anything.
Nope. Her gum has to be Chardonnay flavored.
Yeah, she just likes Frank. She's just like Frank. I said that wrong. That's gonna get me in some trouble.
Hey, so Jeremy is posting a link about seeing his Corbin Carroll SGC reveal. So
awesome.
Go ahead and go check that out.
Yeah, post your guys' links.
Yeah. Please do.
We have some at our house right now, green apple grape and OG. Some Fruit Stripe gum.
Diamond said Franks just needs to remember PG. Random said he needs a few more subs to get the 200 for a giveaway. Drop your link in there, randoms. I'm pretty sure people will go ahead and reach out to you. Frank is one awesome dude. I agree, Kenny.
Frank is fun. Oh, Center Hill's at $3.99. Come on, guys, let's get him to 400.
Yep. So we have just reached our 1 hour mark. Try to keep it within the same timeline as the podcast. I do appreciate everybody showing up, hanging out, talking hobby stuff. We do appreciate the feedback based off the poll and all the comments that were given. Again, we will not have a podcast episode this upcoming Saturday because somebody is putting herself in front of everybody else, which is expected. I would do the same thing. Mm-hmm. But we do expect a full PowerPoint report on your way back the following Saturday. Let us know on the next banter. And that's pretty much all I have. You got anything there, Adrian?
I have too much gum in my mouth.
Okay. Matty Ice, yup, he's reminding us that there's gonna be a card sale on Ripping for Rookies channel at 2:00 Eastern Standard Time, and that would be 11:00 Pacific for all those West Coasters. It's gonna be a coalition of him, Ripping for Rookies, and Sean the Jedi Master. Diamond, I do know, is going live tomorrow. I did record a video of my Bowman Mega Box rip that will be released tomorrow at about 1:00, so be on the lookout for that. And that's pretty much all I have. And
thank you all, Maiden. Everybody that's saying enjoy the All-Star game, thank you. I'll be posting. I might post a video tomorrow, like a really short one, saying look out for videos throughout the week.
There you go. And so yeah. It's been fun and it's been real, and we will catch y'all on the next one.